Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. In this verse in Ashtavakra Gita, Ashtavakra tells Arjun, Raja Janaka, alas, just like everyone is attracted towards a seashell, mistaking it for silver. Similarly, they are attracted towards this material world, considering the senses to be the most pleasurable things in the world. They don't realize that what they consider as nectar is actually poison. What does this mean? Here we should remember something from Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna has already said, yes, the spiritual spark is my superior energy, and this material world is my inferior energy. That does not mean that the superior energy, spiritual spark, the soul, can try to fight with the material energy. The very fact that when this soul tried to lord it over material nature, it got cocooned in this mind body complex is very well known to us. Material world, or in Sanskrit it is called Maya, is probably Lord's inferior energy, but that does not in any way make it vulnerable or gullible to the ordinary living entity. Maya is extremely powerful, beautiful, and cunning. Maya knows all tricks to attract a gullible, vulnerable living entity. Maya knows the desires, the lust, the greed, the illusion, the false ego, and the attractions of every living entity. It knows how to attract a particular person, whether male or female, and it has the required bag of tricks to do exactly that. Hence, this living entity may try to act smart with Maya, but he cannot win over this material world. This applies to women also. They should never try to act smart with material world. It will win. The only way to handle material world is to think about and get connected to God. When you do that, God has the power to drag you out of the swamp that is this material world. But at the same time, God will not help you fight with or win material world because it is his own inferior energy. There have been numerous examples of this fact. There have been examples where one sex, especially this female sex people, are very verbose about their hatred for the opposite sex of both their community and other community. But the fact remains that it could be a facade. It could be a facade to prevent the society from knowing that actually, in their heart of hearts, they are attracted to the opposite sex. This is true with male also, but in the case of male, they are not as cunning as the fair sex, and so they make their attraction open. You may be knowing about a case which is true, which has been recorded, and which has been publicized in a particular country. In that country, the African American male and female were considered black gold by the white community. Black gold means some gold, some priceless, extremely expensive material as far as lust was concerned. There has been an instance where one white man called his African American best friend and requested him, "My wife has expressed a desire to sleep with you. If you agree, we can do this for her benefit." The black was taken aback, but on second thought, he agreed. The white woman and the black man cohabited with each other, and their action was duly videographed and recorded by none other than the white husband in the same bedroom, in the knowledge of both the black male and the white female. This looks incredible and unbelievable, but it is a fact. And this is what Ashtavakra says. Attraction to material things is a quality which is impossible to control for living entities. The five evils of lust, anger, greed, illusion, and false ego have been kept here by the material world only to distract and attract the living entities from God. That does not mean that they are prevented. They are not. It is only a way of testing the attitude of the living entity and his or her ardent desire to be a part of self and to be attracted to God. Ashtavakra says that, alas, due to ignorance, we are all gravitating towards shell, seashell, thinking mistakenly that it is silver. Similarly, all living entities gravitate towards sensual pleasures, mistakenly thinking that it is nectar. Only after some time, when it turns into poison, does every living entity understand that it is so. This has been happening for time immemorial. But despite that, men have continued to fall for the rut that has been kept by my material world for living entities to fall in. We should all remember this and be careful never to be attracted towards these material attractions and these enticements which are actually poison. We should remember our true self as self, the substrata of all universe, the mute witness to whatever is happening around in this universe, and we should always remember God so that we are not misled by this material world. Please pardon me for my error, mistake, or blunder in my talk. Next time, by the time we meet for my next discourse on this subject or analysis on a next verse, it is a good day from TSV Raghavan.